Welcome back to the channel, guys. I appreciate y'all stopping through, man. Today we are going to be going over Kevin Fuela's new track, the Fua Ranch. Now, this track is absolutely phenomenal. I've already spun quite a few laps on the actual track itself and the Supercross track, but I'll tell you what, the very first thing that I noticed when I loaded in was a buzzing sound, and I knew it right away from my son. It was drones, right? And I was like, where are you putting drones at on a dirt bike track? Well, then I got to looking around, and there are signs hovering above the Supercross and Motocross track that are being held up by drones. And I don't know why, but it just blew my mind. You know what I mean? The creativity to think of that is just absolutely phenomenal. And for some reason, my brain goes to like Black Ops 3 type stuff just because it's like futuristic, you know what I'm saying? So I just thought that was a very unique and creative thing to add to a track for MX bikes, man. Some drones that are holding up a sign. And I mean, you know, the way that life is nowadays, it's not that far-fetched, you know what I mean? You got Amazon and Walmart delivering packages with drones, so we may be seeing some stuff like this in the future, but I just thought that was so cool and creative and unique, I had to point it out. I'll let you listen right here. I don't know if it's going to come through on it or not because I have the audio down kind of for the gameplay, but that's so crazy. It's just insane. But this track is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it's Kevin Fuela. You get what you get with Kevin Fuela. It's always going to be flowy. It's always going to have a little bit of roughness to it. And visually, it's always going to be very appealing. Fuela creates some of my favorite tracks in the game, which actually we're going to talk about in a second when we get over to the Supercross track, because he put some stuff over there that got me thinking something might be coming. So we'll talk about that in a second. But as far as the motocross track goes, it's nothing insane as far as length or anything like that. It's like a 1.5-minute lap time, so it's a relatively short motocross track, but it flows very well. It's not insanely difficult, but it does have, you know, just a nice touch of roughness to it to where you have to stay on your toes and pay attention to what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So overall, man, the motocross track is absolutely fire. I give it a 10 out of 10 easily. One thing I really like that Fuela does is I love the way he does his masking and his norms, man. His norms always pop so good. They really do. He's just like, it's a masterpiece. It really is. You know what I mean? Yeah, and it reminds me a lot of the Triple Crown series that was around when I first started doing YouTube. I was at like 400 subscribers or something. I'll never forget it. I think it was Rancho Cordova was the track I was doing a video on, and that was one of my like first videos that did halfway decent views wise. But that track and the entire Triple Crown series from back then was just so good. It really was. It's crazy because now we have like, I don't even know if they ever finished it. I only seen like 6 or 7 rounds get posted of the OCE championship this year. I don't even know if they actually finished the championship or not. But when I first came in and started doing YouTube and everything, you know, I was very aware of ARL. But the series that caught my eye outside of that was the TCS series that Kevin Fuela actually did. You know what I mean? And that's what I was gonna say that we would talk about later is I wonder if he's gonna do the Triple Crown series again this year, because there is like 5 or 6 banners on the Supercross track of the Triple Crown series. But we're gonna go over to the Supercross track right now and check that out. All right, so we're on the Supercross track now. Now, I'm going to do this little last part before the finish, and then we'll get started on a full lap. But the Supercross track is so good, and it's very unique for a Supercross track. Look at, got the drone holding the Moto 1 sign up. But we're going to come across the finish line right here. Now, on this start straight, look how long this is. This start straight is insanely long, bro. But it's so crazy. This is going to be insane. Like, you get a start and you're just 5th gear pinned coming down this. got a little jump in the middle, and then you got to brake check real quick. There's going to be so many crashes in that corner before that step on. It's going to be nuts. But if you look, you see the Triple Crown Series sign right there and right there. I'm wondering if Kevin is going to be doing the TCS Series for this year. I would not be opposed to it because, honestly, I've gotten some comments and I've talked with some people, and there's a lot of people that think that I should be doing more racing videos, trying to qualify for sanctioned races through MyMXB and stuff like that. And I'll tell you what, if Kevin Fuela brings back the TCS Series, you got me. I will be participating in those every week as long as I'm home from work, because that's mainly where the problem lies. Is for me, the ARL rounds are always going on right when I'm getting off of work or right when I have to be at work. So it's terrible timing because I either get off work at 6 p.m. or go into work at 6 p.m. So it's hard for me to get onto the ARL races. But I was thinking maybe I'll do, some of the, I don't want to call them off-brand, but that's essentially what they are, right? So some other series that's not the ARL ones that I have time for. I'll see if I can't qualify for some of those, make some videos on that, do some content for that. I don't think I'm fast enough, but we'll see. I mean, I have been getting better at the game, so anything's possible, you know what I'm saying? But I do want to say a huge thank you to Fuela for putting my logo on the banners on the track and using my Whip It Like Smokesta inflatable. I greatly appreciate that, bro. That was super nice of you. And it's always, I don't care how long you make YouTube videos for or how long you make content for. When somebody else, you read one of my tracks, you're going to see my logo all over it, right? I'm going to plaster it all over it because that's my track. But when you ride somebody else's track and they put your logo on the track, it gives you a sense of pride. You know what I'm saying? It makes you feel good. So I greatly appreciate it, Fuela. And you guys, everybody should go pick this up. This compound is absolutely fire. And this Supercross track is going to offer some really good racing. Naswad, I know you like your Supercross, man. So maybe we're going to have to do a 1v1 video again coming up. You know what I mean? 1v1, some Supercross. Naswad would smoke me, just so you guys know. Ain't no chance I'd beat Naswad. But maybe if I race him before he gets to play the track, I could beat him. Because the dude is goated at Supercross. I suck at Supercross. But yeah, man, this is the Fua Ranch. Everybody should go pick this up. I mean, it's just amazing. The way it rides is phenomenal. The visuals are phenomenal. And it's just an amazing track. So definitely check this out. It does drop today on the MX Bike Shop. I'm not aware of a price, though. So other than that, man, make sure you go down below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all later, man. Peace.